Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave from Chase the Summit. This is another random live stream. I've been really into these lately, so bear with me here. Today, my wife actually reminded me that it was Amazon Prime Day, and I haven't even been keeping track of all of the crazy deals that you can get on Amazon Prime. So today we're going to learn together. I basically thought, instead of me hunting down all the best deals on Amazon for myself and maybe sharing them in video, we just do it in real time. Wow, it's really raining out there. Can you guys hear that? Because it's downpouring so loud outside right now, right when I started the stream. So let's see who we got in the chat. Let me know how I sound, by the way. Still working on the live stream setup. Okay, so we've got Shani D in the chat. Hello, DD. Hello, Dave. We've got similar initials. Tim Petit. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Platts33, thanks for joining me. I always see you over in Ryan Clayton's live streams, so thanks for joining me over here today. So, like I said, today we're going to be looking at what's on Amazon today in terms of like fitness stuff. I'm going to be looking at like watches, of course. We're going to be looking at watches, but we'll also be looking at things like earbuds for running, fitness earbuds. We'll be looking at, I got some shoes that I want to look up. I honestly haven't looked up anything yet, so this is going to be a learning experience for both of us. Hopefully we find some good deals. Otherwise, it's going to be a super boring live stream. So let's get into it real quick. And yeah, so if you're here, in the chat, let me know where you're from, because in the last one, it turned out we had like people all over the world watching. We had Switzerland and Russia and like all these places, which is amazing to me. Little old me here in Massachusetts, broadcast to all you people. It's so cool. So we've got a whole bunch of people in the chat. Let's see. Raining hard here too in Washington. I bet that's what you guys do over there, right? You sound great. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yo, Ryan, thanks for joining, man. Let's jump back to Ryan. Ryan, how are you feeling about your 100 coming up next weekend? That's a hard one to feel good about. Based on your videos, I've decided to pull the trigger on a Fenix 6. Awesome. Congratulations. Enjoy it. Greetings all. This is so cool. I always comment and watch your videos, but this is the first time seeing me live. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Solera. I always see your comments, so I appreciate you doing that. Thank you. Ryan Clayton is spoiling the Amazon finds right now. He says the Garmin 935. He's giving us a little thumbs up on that one. We've got Utah in the house, Canada. We've got Wisconsin, India, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. Cool. The Netherlands, California, Detroit. Awesome. Miami, Florida, Canada, Czech. I can't say it right. Toronto. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. Pretty exciting stuff. A lot of you in the chat already, and we've only been up for 4 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hide the chat for a second so we can get over to Amazon and see what the heck's going on over there. I really want to see what the best deals are. And I'm telling you, this is totally blind to me. We're going to be learning together because I briefly looked at the deals, but I didn't really dig into them too deep. And so I'm really curious what they've got. I've heard there's some Garmin things. So let's check it out. Let me screen share. Can you guys see that? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Got my little head in the corner of the screen. All right. I've never thought I'd be live streaming Amazon searches, but here we are. This is this is what we're doing in October of 2020. So thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. So I'm just gonna type in Garmin because I'm really curious. I know like they've got like the Amazon Prime section where you can kind of see all of the Amazon Prime stuff, but like I want to see like what Garmin as a whole is looking like for prices right now. So let's go. You can see all the screen protectors I was Googling about. Let's whittle this down a little bit more. More importantly, the Garmin Fenix 6. Let's see what that's looking at right now. Okay, so nothing too impressive right up front. We've got $700 for a 6S Pro. Okay, so this isn't bad. We've got the Fenix 6 Sapphire for $694, originally $799, and they stick to these prices pretty hard. They go on sale like once a year, so it's cool to see them drop down for the Amazon Prime event. The Fenix 6 Pro, $519. That's renewed. That's why. Renewed's not a bad deal though. Have any of you bought Renewed from Amazon? And if you have, Let me know. Has it worked out for you? I actually bought a couple of things renewed myself, and I got one that just came in looking like used, and it was kind of weird. So I don't know. Okay. From all to Prime Day. Oh, good point. Let's bring up that chat. We've got Vivo Active 4. Oh, Shanny D says change your search from all to Prime Day. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because I'm a noob to YouTubing and Amazon searching at the same time. Prime Day. Here we go. Phoenix 6. Prime Day. Oof. Here we go. Now we're getting into it. Right off the bat, the Garmin Forerunner 735 XT, $169. Holy moly, that is a crazy good deal. So the Garmin 735 XT is about what, 2.5, 3 years old. So the 745 just came out a couple weeks ago to replace it. And this is an awesome watch, but the 745 is $500, $499. So we're seeing the older generation, the 735 XT, for $169. That's like a I don't even know the equation there, but it's a lot less than the $500 price tag of the 745, and it still has a ton of features. Like, that's still a very feature-rich watch for 2020 standards. Definitely recommended. I hope it's not just that color though, because that's pretty painful to look at, that like toothpaste and black color that's going on there. Hopefully that's not the case, but go check it out. That's a really good deal. By the way, after this stream, I'm going to post the links to all these things down in my description. So if you're looking to get to them real quick, go check those out. They will be affiliate links. They give me a little kickback, help support my channel. You know the drill if you've watched my videos before. That's the way it works. Okay, next up. The Garmin Instinct, $150. Wow, that's actually a really good deal too. I've got the Instinct Solar here. Actually, never had a chance to play with the original Instinct, but the original Instinct is very powerful watch. Almost as good as the new Solar Instinct, but the Solar Instinct got much better battery life and a whole bunch of other features. But if you're looking for like just a straight up hiking, trekking, day hikes, overnights, backpacking kind of watch, the original Instinct for $150, pretty solid deal. You can follow GPX courses on it. You can leave waypoints. It's very like tactical. It's more for a hiker than like a runner or like a fitness person, but still a really solid deal for $150. That's kind of crazy. Okay, moving on. We've got so I was looking. This is the one I kind of dug into a little bit because I was interested in it for my wife particularly. So the Garmin Fenix 5S Plus. This is crazy. So this just changed about an hour ago, and I was looking this up. Maybe it's one of these colors. So 450, 469. What's this one? 509. No, these are the bigger ones now. So when I first looked this up about an hour ago before I started the stream, the Fenix 5S Plus in black, just black, no other colors, was $350. And at the time, I was like, Jen, my wife, I was like, you got to buy one, but she didn't do it. She didn't like the black color, unfortunately. And all the other colors were like double the price. But for $350, the Garmin Fenix 5S Plus was available. It doesn't seem like they're doing it anymore unless they sold out maybe. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at this. $279 for the Fenix 5S Plus renewed. That's crazy. It's under $300 for Fenix 5S Plus. So the 5S Plus, yeah, so $349. Shanny D, you're right. The 5S Plus was $349 literally an hour ago, and when I looked at it, and it looks like now they must have ran out or like the deal stopped or something. But the renewed price is $279, which renewed, yeah, but still for under $300 getting a 5S Plus, that's crazy stuff. If you're not familiar with the 5S Plus, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Fenix 6, but it has like 90% of them. The big thing that you kind of give up is battery life. I think the 5S Plus could only do 18 hours in GPS on. It might have actually been 16. GPS on time, 16 hours GPS on time in under 2 weeks of like standby smartwatch mode. So not crazy good battery life, but incredibly capable and a very powerful watch for under $300. So definitely worth keeping an eye on. Maybe they come back in stock and you can snag one. of the new ones, because now it's up to $648. And at that price, not a great deal, but it was a great deal just an hour ago. That's totally insane. I'm just gonna jump right back to the chat so we can see who's in the house. Oh, I got my overhead camera on. There we go. All right, we've got Alberta, Canada. We've got Boulder, Colorado, Bulgaria. Cool. We've got Ryan Clayton says 3 days left to go. Feeling good. Oh, he's talking about his 100-mile ultra marathon that he's got coming up next weekend. Feeling good. Just got back from the chiropractor. Nice. I hope you had better luck than I did at the chiropractor. We've got Alan Noyes from Platts 33. A lot of good Garmin deals today. Finally, a YouTube notification that worked. Great. I'm glad to hear it. Moscow, Russia. Awesome. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Last week, I got the Fenix 6X Sapphire for $703 on Amazon. Brand new. Their prices tend to change by the week. I know, it's crazy. It's so hard to keep up with. Man, I have bought a renewed 745 and it works awesome. So that's good to hear. Cause again, I've had a hit and miss, like back and forth, thoughts about the renewed thing. I think I bought, of all things, I think we bought a renewed vacuum, like a Dyson or something. And it came in like just clogged with dirt and stuff. So it was like, yeah, probably not worth buying renewed anymore. JC did not work buying renewed. See, it's like a 50-50 chance apparently. Okay. Renewed stuff has been hit or miss for me. Yeah. It's a pretty common complaint. Hi from Scotland. Hello. Thanks for joining us. El Salvador. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Shenny D says, hey, they must have ran out. Yeah, it's so weird that they took that deal down for $350. The Fenix 5S was up there and then they were just like, nope, taking it back. I wonder if they had like a certain amount that they were going to sell at that price before they pulled it off. That's a really, really weird one. I was actually excited to show you guys the deal on that and be like, go buy that now for just the people who are watching, because not everybody saw that deal, I don't think. And unfortunately they already took it down. Okay. We've got hello from Dubai, Dublin, not Dubai, Dublin, Ireland, and then Dubai. So that's where I got messed up there. Thank you for joining me, guys. Hey, Matt LeGrand in the house. Thanks for joining me, man. Best of luck, Ryan. Yeah. From all of us, man. Good luck. Okay, Forerunner 645 Rose Gold is a good deal. Let's go check that out. 645 Rose Gold. Garmin 645. Ooh, this is actually looking good already. 219. Oh, wow. Yeah. So sandstone. I don't see the, oh, there it is. There it is. 219, yeah, right, for any of the colors. That's a great deal. Originally $300. Actually, that their price there that's highlighted is 300. I actually use Honey. Do you guys use Honey? It actually keeps track. If you can see the trend line up here in the top right corner, that tells you the price over time. This is actually a plugin for Google Chrome. Yeah, I'm giving you a free advertisement for Honey, but yeah, it's a really good, it's a worthwhile plugin if you want to like keep track of prices. It'll show you the history. So 219, yeah, that's a really solid deal. Okay, let's dig into some more specifics. I'm interested in the Garmin Forerunner 945 because I'm wearing one right now on my wrist. It's my go-to watch these days. Even though I know I got a lot of hate when I started wearing this watch regularly. People in my videos started being like, hey man, what happened to your Fenix 6? Yeah, I thought you were a Fenix 6 guy. And I didn't realize I was like part of a club by wearing the Fenix 6. And then I started wearing the 945 on a daily basis, mainly because the weight. I really like the lightweight. I can sleep a lot better with it. It's a great watch. It's like 95% of what the Fenix 6 is in a plastic case. Anyways, I'm really interested to see what the price is on this. Because I bought the Garmin did not give me this one. I bought this with my own hard-earned money. So let's see what they're doing with the 945. So the 935, ooh, that is a crazy deal. Holy smokes, $239, guys, $239 for a Garmin 935. That's crazy. I would jump on that. If you're a triathlete, you're a hardcore road runner, yeah, that's a great deal. $239. That's, the 945 is great because it has the music and the offline mapping and the contactless payments and all that. But the 935 still has all of the like advanced training functions and the VO2 max and the training load. That stuff is still in the 935, and it shares the almost the exact same form factor of the 945. Still a really solid watch by today's standards. Okay. So what else? Should we look at the Phoenix 6, right? Phoenix 6. If you guys have any awesome deals that you found, oh, I see some popping up. We'll jump to those in 1 second, but I want to just look at the Phoenix 6 real quick. So what's this? The 400, yeah, 239. Why are there bands popping up? Come on. Although, wow, $11 for a band for your Phoenix 6. That's actually a really good deal. Yeah, I usually pay like 13 or 14 bucks for mine. So if you're interested, actually, if you're on the fence about those third-party bands that you see, I'm just gonna leave the screen for a second. Don't freak out, guys. So there we go. So this is the Ancool. This is a band by Ancool, and I gotta say, I've been wearing this every day for a while now, and it's stretchy, it's comfortable, it's got the quick fit system, so I can pop it on and off. And these were only, at the time, I think I paid 14 bucks for them. But it looks like they're out there now on Prime Day for as low as $11.19. So I highly suggest the third-party bands. I know Garmin hates to hear me say that because their bands are like 50 bucks. But I just I can't justify the cost of a $50 band just to change the color of my watch. And these work great. They don't fall apart. I wore one for a 100-miler before and it didn't fail me. So, it's just what I do. I will say that the screws and stuff, they will oxidize and rust over time, but nothing too crazy. I mean, for 11 bucks, you can buy a new one every couple of years if you really had to. Okay. Now, let's look a little bit further. Clear that off for a second. So, let's get past all these bands. They really want me to buy a band today. It seems like none of the Phoenix 6s are on Prime deal. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone has seen the Phoenix 6 on Prime Day deal, let me know. It seems like it's all older models, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's look at other brands. So how about Coros? Does Coros have anything going on today? Coros Pace. That's an interesting price, actually. So this is completely off topic, but the original Coros Pace is still 250 bucks on Amazon, where the Pace 2 that just came out with more features, more battery life, maybe a little bit better build quality is $199. So they want $50 more for the old hardware. That's interesting. So yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything on Coros today. That's fine. Maybe they're coming. Let's look at who else? Suunto. I heard there was maybe a Suunto deal. Ooh, nope, Garmin. That's interesting. I love how these like weird brand names, like what's Cospet? You guys want me to review the Cospet Android smartwatch? That looks interesting. It's got 3.7 stars. That's never a good sign. Okay, so Suunto, I heard the 7 had a deal. There's the 9 for 500 bucks. That's not that's actually a deal. So it's $100 off. The 9, which I have right here. Here's the 9 Baro. So that's $499. That's a decent deal. The thing about the 9, I was going to do a whole video about this, but we'll talk about it here a little bit, is it's an older watch. It came out over 2 years ago and the competition has become fierce, especially at 500 bucks. You got a lot of options to choose from that do a lot more than the Suunto 9 does. But if you're in that Suunto ecosystem and you really love their hardware and what they do, the 9 Baro is a good choice. And you got it here in multiple colors it appears they're all, well, this one's $100 more because it's titanium. This one's $800. So I'm not going to buy that one. But the first one here is $499. So you got black or white at the $499 price point. And, relatively speaking, it's pretty solid deal. But I thought I heard the Suunto 7. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So that's $70 off. $70 off. So 430 bucks. I get the Suunto 7 here. Yep. I've got the rose gold color. This is actually a really cool watch. I just posted a whole review about the Suunto 7. So if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check out my channel. I've had some quibbles, some issues with the Suunto 7, but it's only inherent to being a Wear OS watch. You get that super vibrant screen, you know, that cool heat map watch face. It's a really awesome smartwatch. So a good alternative to an Apple Watch or any other, you know, vibrant watch, smartwatch that only lasts you about a day, because the battery life on this is not fantastic. You get under 2 days in my testing. But you know, it's a Suunto, so you still have all the sporting functionality, albeit you can't connect a third-party sensor to it unless you download a third-party app. It's a little finicky like that, but they did release a firmware update a few weeks ago that updated the routing and navigation capabilities of the 7 that actually make it a compelling option now. So, you know, $430 gets you a really high-end Wear OS device, premium look. It's a huge watch if you're into that. But yeah, if you're a Suunto person and you want a really nice smartwatch, that $430 gets you there. Not bad. Okay. You know, we should probably just search, like, what do you think? GPS watch? Wow, we got 92 people watching me on Amazon. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me. Okay. So under GPS watch, we've got a bunch of those no-name brands. You know, someday I want to just take like $300 from my ad revenue from the channel and just buy all of the cheapest watches on Amazon and see which ones are actually worthwhile. Do you think that would make a good video? Let me know in the chat. That'd be kind of funny if I just had like a whole table full of like $30 GPS watches. I'm actually working on a similar kind of video for like hydration vests and stuff. We should search for those too. Remind me. Somebody remind me. Okay, so this is just GPS watch generically. We've got the Polar Vantage M here. Not really a good deal. I thought that was an Apple Watch. They did a great job at knocking that one off. That's definitely not an Apple Watch. The Fossil Gen 5. I tried to get one of these Fossil watches. It's on Prime Day deal for almost $100 off. I think that's a Wear OS device. Yeah. I tried to get my hands on one of these for a review, but they didn't send me one, and I didn't want to buy one, unfortunately. So yeah, a lot of generic things here. All right, you know what? Let's go to Fitbit. Ooh, right off the bat, the Fitbit Versa 2, $127. That's a really good deal. If you're looking for primarily a wellness tracker, sleep tracking, step tracking, that kind of thing, that's a killer deal. The Versa 2 does not have GPS built in, so you need to use your phone for that. But other than that, pretty solid. It looks like that might be the only real Fitbit. There's a lot of these kind of knockoff Fitbits. Yeah, okay. So let's go to the chat again. Let's see what everyone's up to in here. I haven't been reading. Barcelona, Spain. Bristol, New Hampshire. Joe Dillier. Welcome, buddy. I'm a 2-hour car drive away. The Garmin Instinct deal page. Instinct was $149. Yeah, that's a great deal. Yeah, I actually just showed the Honey plugin. It's great. It's really handy. It's nice to be able to like track to know you're getting a good deal. And I love how you can click the add coupon button and just like it puts it in there automatically. That's really awesome. The Garmin Tactics at $399. Wow. What is it right now? Let me search it. Garmin Tactics. Oh, not sharing my screen. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, it's not there anymore. So it looks like you got the deal while it was there. Congratulations. I hate how these deals they're like, here you go. Nope, never mind. It's like, give them to you and then they take them away real quick. Santa Cruz, California. Concord, Mass. Hey, you're my neighbor. Welcome. The Garmin 945. Let's check. Garmin 945. Nope. So it's not under Prime Day deals. Let me do all deals. Garmin 945. Yeah, it's still $500. So, that's actually a good price for it, but it's not like crazy. It's actually a really good price for it. It was originally $599, but I'm wondering, and it goes back to my last live stream about the state of GPS watches as a whole right now. They keep dropping the price on the Forerunner 945, and it kind of leads me to believe something's around the corner. I don't know anything, but the 955, the 1055, all those speculations and rumors that are out there, it makes you wonder what's coming, because something has to be coming for these prices to be dropped. $500 is a full $100 less than I paid for it. So good deal if you're in the market for a 945. It's tricky, right? Because if you're waiting for the 955, you're definitely going to spend more than $500 on it, right? So like $499 for the 945 makes a ton of sense, and you get so much for that amount of money. It's insane. You get maps, music, you get contactless payments, the advanced training metrics, the training load, training focus. The list goes on forever. It's a really well featured watch. Still my favorite today. So $500 gets you there. That's crazy. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. Forgot to bring some water with me when I started. I was too excited. I didn't get all the things. I just got my watches and everything out to stream, and I didn't bring my water. I'm not going to leave now. Hopefully my wife is watching this and she'll bring me a cup of water. I doubt she's watching this. Well, okay. Amazon weekly change price deal. We'll show the price. Oh, so that's another plugin, I take it, for Chrome. That's cool. You know, I also wonder, like, are these deals like regional? Like, if I see them, are you seeing them? Or is someone in Canada seeing the same deals? It's really weird. You know, I don't know how. Little known fact, I actually used to work for Amazon. I was part of their robotics division for mechanical engineering. But I never knew like how this stuff works. You never really get insight to how all this stuff goes. Oh, the Instinct Solar. That's a good question. Let's look that up. Instinct Solar. Garmin. Instinct Solar. Oh my goodness. Ah. My wife was listening to the stream and she brought me a water. That was so nice of her. Thank you, Jen. Little disposable water, but you know, we'll take it. Okay, what about the Garmin Instinct Solar? We're looking at $409. That's actually above asking price. Yeah, so $15 off. Oh, not a bad deal. I think they came out at $399, so it's down to $384. If you're in the market, you know, it's worth grabbing while it's, because something that new is not going to get a crazy deal on it. That's, you know, that's just how it works. I would have gotten one of those Garmin watches if I didn't just get my Fenix 6 Pro already. Great prices. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you always wonder, is it a good time to buy or not? And you know, you can only procrastinate so long before you just have to buy something and pull the trigger. That's if you need it, right? Like, not, these are obviously luxury devices, right? These things are not something we need to live our daily lives. It's not like, you know, paper towels, toilet paper, you know, whatever. These are GPS watches. They're not life or death situations, but at a certain point, there's always something around the corner, right? And you can't just wait forever for the next best thing. So I say, if you need it, you know, buy it. And right now is a really good time to buy it. So, Masood, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, but it's quite impressive. I love my 945. I love mine too. Oh man, I'm way behind on the chat here. Nitor bands. Yeah, the yellow one. I love, this is actually the Koros, but I love this color for some reason. You know what it is? I really like blue, this color, and green and blue just go together really nicely. So I tend to gravitate towards the neon green, yellow colors. Can you name some better options than the Suunto 9 at a similar price? So for $500, I would say this is going to go against what, yeah. So if you're looking at the Suunto 9 and you're not stuck to that brand, like you don't love Suunto just for being them, and you're not tied into their ecosystem, I think a better deal would be a Garmin 935. That's $270. It's half the price of a Suunto 9, and it gets you more features in general and similar battery life. I think the 935 can get 24 hours of GPS on time. The Suunto 9 can play games with that, with their power mode settings, where you can do various things like have it turn down your accuracy when you're at 10% battery life or whatever. But the 935 just does so much more. And if you like the tactical aspect of like routing and navigation and all that, then something like the Instinct Solar might be a good option at $400. And then at $500, you could probably get a Fenix 5 Plus, which will get you worse battery life, but a whole boatload more in terms of smartwatch functions, training tools, things like that. Plus, you get into the Garmin ecosystem there. And if you want something brand new that's pretty interesting, you could grab something like the Polar Vantage V2, which has much longer battery life than the Suunto 9. The Vantage V2 just came out a couple of weeks ago, and I posted a review about it. So it's a smaller watch, it's lighter, it's got better GPS on battery life, and the training functions and features in the Polar ecosystem are just awesome. So much better than what Suunto offers in terms of like training tools like training load and recovery stuff. Polar just does that really good, as well as like sleep tracking and steps and all that. Sorry, that kind of went on a tangent. Yes, that would make for a good video, reviewing all the cheap watches I think you're talking about. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. I'm thinking of getting a smartwatch for running. Should I get the Apple Watch or the Apple Watch SE or Garmin Forerunner? Go check out the comments in my Apple Watch SE video. I answered this question like 50 times. So go check out the comment section there. No, I wish I knew what you're talking about, but it's probably been too long for me to remember because I'm so far behind in the chat. Wow, the Fitbit Arai is $35. That's a crazy good deal. I didn't see that because I searched Fitbit, but nothing popped up on Prime Day. It's one of those things where it's not like labeled Prime Day, but it is a Prime Day deal. It's just not, it doesn't have that little blue flag on it. So let me see if I can merp. Yeah, so we've got the Fitbit Inspire for $99. We got the Fitbit Versa 2. We talked about that already. Charge 4, $150. That's full price. I reviewed the Charge 4. It was cool, but like for $150, $50 more gets you a Coros Pace 2, which is just blows it out of the water in terms of running watch. But for like step, sleep tracking, step counting and stuff like that, the Fitbit is still much better. I don't see it, but I believe you. I got the Fenix 5 Plus for $349 after spending an hour pondering over it. Wow, great job. I wish I bought one for my wife because I was hovering over the add to cart button and I didn't do it because that was a really good deal. But it only came in black and, that was kind of a deal breaker. Check Coros. Yes, I did already. I didn't see anything yet, but let me know in the chat if you do find something. Ontario, Canada, welcome. Do you know if hiking activities uploaded to Strava from Garmin go through Strava algorithm to calculate moving time? Yeah, so what Strava does, this is off topic, but Strava actually throws away all of your data from your FIP file or GPX file, and they make their own, which is why you'll notice a lot of times your Strava time and your Garmin or Coros time just don't add up. But yeah, so they do that because they want to keep everyone true for like the segments. They want everyone to be on the same level. So that's even the case for elevation. They don't use your, they do use your altimeter, but if they don't use your altimeter and you're using like a Forerunner 45 or something that doesn't have a barometric altimeter, it'll throw out your elevation data and make its own based on their GPS data. Oh, Matt Legrand. Wow, $500 is a pretty good deal for the 945. Yeah, it really is. And here's the thing, man. Where is it? I got to organize better when I do these watch comparisons. The 745 just came out. Like, this is still a fresh, brand new watch. I gotta really lean into my microphone to get in front of this camera. Yeah, so this just came out, this 745 here. And the 945 has been out for a while. 945 has way more features, yes. 745 is smaller, has worse battery life. But it has a couple of new little tricks up its sleeve. Thing is, this was $500 at launch. It's still $500. Not going to go on sale because it's brand new. And the 945 with more features is now $500. Really good deal. Makes no sense. So if you're interested in one of these Forerunners, now is the time to grab a 945 for sure. Okay, a couple of Vivo Smart. Any food gear deals? Hopefully you mean good gear deals, but we could look into food if you're interested. Vivo Active 4. That was on sale, I think. Let's go back to my screen share. I gotta make a hotkey for that swap. Garmin Vivo Active 4. Yeah, still there. Wow, that's a great deal. $200. Yikes. That's a really good deal too. Oh wait. I just clicked on, wait, you guys saw that, right? I clicked on it. It said $200. Honey says 200 up in the corner here. And now that I clicked on it, it says $349. So I guess the pink one is still $200. $200 for the pink one, $200 for the white one, $200 for the silver one. So yeah, you can still get one. They're just out of the black one. And the black one's probably what the majority of a lot of people want. Yeah, $200. Oh, now it says it's available for $200. That's a great deal because it's typically $349. So yeah, that's worth looking into. I'm going to have a heck of a time diving through this video and putting all the links in the description, but I'll do it. Dang it. I will do it. I'll go back and watch myself, as painful as it is to watch myself. Okay. Garmin 935. Yep. Crazy good deal. $239 right now. Go check it out. Chorus. I looked into it. Nothing yet, unfortunately. Can you give some recommendations on winter running gear? That's a great idea for an entirely separate video, which I will, I'll work on that. And the next, by the end of October, I will have a couple of videos. I have a couple of ideas. First one being just winter running gear in general, like things to buy and have available. And then second being like how to layer for running in the winter, because that is that's a really tricky thing. It's very personal, but like, I feel like I've dialed in my winter running apparel here in New England. Like it can be, on a good day in the winter, it can be 30. And then on a bad day, it can be minus 25, like Fahrenheit. It's very cold around here in the winter time. So that on top of like the terrain being snow can be a bit tricky. So that, yeah, I'll definitely have a whole bunch of videos, a whole bunch being maybe 3 or 4 in regards to specifically winter running stuff. The 935 has some issues with water damage, but I actually think the 935 battery is better than the 945. That's interesting. I've gotten much better results from my 945 than I have my 935, particularly in GPS on time. The 935 GPS on time, I could never break like 20 hours. The 945 GPS on time is just way better, but I also keep my backlight very low. I disable the connection to my phone when I'm in GPS time, with my GPS on. So I do try to cater to battery life when I'm using it in that capacity for really long events. That might be why I don't just like, leave it the way it is and go try to do a 10-hour run. Okay. Do you know why runners like Courtney DeWalter and Ryan Sandys prefer the Suunto 9 to a Fenix 6? Is the Fenix 6 more appropriate for long treks and other outdoor activities like diving and biking? I will say I think Courtney is sponsored by Suunto, so she's going to wear whatever their best watch is. It's probably the same deal for Ryan. That's a lot of athletes out there. If you look at, if you go to Suunto's page or even like Garmin or Coros, they all have like our athletes and they'll have a page of all their people that they sponsor. So in Coros's situation, they sponsor Hayden Hawks, Sage Canada, and you'll notice they always have like a Coros Vertex or whatever on, and they'll be in all their pictures. It'll be them wearing the watch. So they're probably sponsored. Not to say that I wouldn't wear this Suunto 9 for a race. Courtney DeWalter is also incredibly fast, so she doesn't really need really good battery life. If you can finish a 100-mile ultramarathon in 15 hours or 16 hours, you don't really need a 30-hour battery life. So yeah. And the other thing is people get locked into ecosystems and they don't care as much. Like Courtney probably doesn't even care what watch she's wearing. I would love to have her on the show and maybe we could talk about it, but she didn't answer my emails. Actually, I didn't email her, but I might. That's a good idea. Okay, a lot of top US sellers on eBay sell the 945 for $475. Holy smokes. So here's the thing to watch out for. This is a PSA for all 135 people watching right now. If you buy from Amazon, before you pull the trigger and buy one, message the seller and ask if it's an APAC version. The difference is the Asia Pacific or APAC versions get firmware updates much later than the US versions. US versions get the firmware update, then like months roll by. It can be 3-4 months before the APAC version comes up to speed with what the US version has. So if you care about firmware updates, watch out for APAC versions, and you'll find those on eBay at a much lower price. You can actually find those on Amazon from like shady sellers or maybe from Renewed. And you'll see it right off the bat when you plug it into your computer or pair it with your phone. It'll say like Phoenix 6, and then in parentheses it'll say APAC. And that's, there's nothing wrong with APAC versions, but just keep in mind you're not going to get firmware updates right away. So watch out for that. I bought an APAC Phoenix 5. And I was just, because I was like just starting my blog, my written blog at the time. I didn't have the YouTube channel. I was trying to review it, and I was like, well, I don't have my firmware update. Like, where is it? So after some Googling, calling with Garmin. Oh, the other thing is I don't think the US warranty applies to APAC versions. So like to get your Garmin APAC fixed, you actually have to mail it to like overseas to get it repaired. So just steer clear. Unless you can get it like crazy cheap, watch out for the APAC versions. Excuse me. Todd Boucher, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The 945 has a battery life of 35 hours and GPS on time. It does. And I've tested it. I think I got up to around 30 hours with consistent use over the course of multiple days. I never ran 100 with the 945, but I wouldn't hesitate to use the 945 for 100. My 100 times typically 24, 26, 27 hours. So I know it would survive that. And maybe near the end of the race, I might plug it into a charger. Who knows? Okay, Peter O. I don't know if I missed it, but the new Instinct. Yeah, not on sale, unfortunately. It's still $399. Actually, it was $15 off, so $385. You can get the Instinct Solar for. But the original Instinct is $150, which is a crazy good deal. Worth grabbing at that price point. What's the best watch for cycling? Mark Millett. Unfortunately, I'm not a cycler, biker. What do you guys like to be called? Yeah, I used to mountain bike a lot and road bike, but I kind of hung up that hobby because I don't have enough time in my life. So if you're looking at cycling stuff, I would steer you towards Desfit's channel. Matt Legrand, who's actually in the chat right now, he's a triathlete, so he does a lot of cycling related things. Or DC Rainmaker, we all know who that guy is, right? Okay, Rob Knott. Is the Course Pace 2 a good watch for a runner who just wants basic info such as average pace, current lap pace, distance, etc.? I don't use heart rate, elevation data, etc. Yes, I would say it's probably the best option, especially at $200. You can't beat it at that price point. Something to note, if you watch my review of the Course Pace 2, I had really bad GPS accuracy. It was terrible. It was worse than my cell phone. But since then, I've gone back and forth with Coros, and they actually took my Pace 2 back, and they determined that it was a faulty unit. And so they're supposed to be replacing it. I don't know if they just told me they're replacing it to sound nice. I haven't got a new one back yet, and they've had it for a couple of weeks. But yeah, apparently mine was defective. Every other reviewer out there got really good results. So take it for what it's worth. My results were really bad. Cora said it was defective. So yeah, it's probably a good watch. I can't say for sure because I haven't tested firsthand. But yeah, my results were not great. Okay, we've got 160 people watching. This might be the most people I've ever had at the same time. That's pretty awesome. Welcome everybody. If you're new to the live stream, make sure you drop in the chat and tell me where you're from and what kind of watch you're interested in, what kind of deals you're looking for today. Okay, how about the Venue SQ Music? That's a good one. Let's take a look for that. Wow. Garmin Venue SQ. The Venue SQ is a fairly new watch, yeah. So I wouldn't expect it to be on sale. $199. That's what it launched as. But at $199, it's a pretty solid option. You know what we haven't looked at yet is the Apple Watch. Let's look at that. So right off the bat, I don't see any Prime Day flags. So the Apple Watch SE is still $299. I actually got mine for $279 from Best Buy. So the Apple Watch Series 6 is $384. Let's dig back a little bit. Oh, here's a good deal. Apple Watch Series 3 is $169, down from $199. You can get an Apple Watch right now for almost $150. That's crazy. So yeah, that's a really good deal. And honestly, it's not that different than the Apple Watch SE that's currently almost $300. So that's a pretty good deal. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Austin S., which watch should I get? I don't know, Austin. What do you do? Maybe you should just buy a Garmin Fenix 6 and be done with it, because it does everything. It's a little big, though. Minus 20 Fahrenheit is crazy cold. We don't get that cold here in England. Yeah, I was kind of exaggerating, but we, like, in my neck of the woods, where I am in Massachusetts, we can get down probably 10, 15 below zero on a really cold day. The minus 20, minus 30 stuff, that happens up in the mountains around here. But, you know, that's pretty common up in the mountains. Crony Film and Photo, nice channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me. How'd you find me? Did I pop up in your browse? Which watch should I get if I have a tiny wrist and the Apple Watch SE? Anything you should know about? If you have a tiny wrist, honestly, the size of your wrist doesn't matter, I don't think, as much. It's really about what you're comfortable with, because I know, like, women with really thin wrists that can wear a Fenix 6X, and that's a huge monster of a watch. So it's really like, what are you comfortable with? Are you like confident enough to rock a giant a giant watch? Because let me tell you, as somebody who wore a Garmin Fenix 6 and who wore the Suunto 7 around for a couple of weeks, when you wear these things, people notice and they'll compliment or say, like, what the heck is that on your wrist? So you just have to be aware of what you're getting into. For me, the biggest watch I can wear, I've got 163 millimeter wrists, or 16 and a half ish centimeters. And the biggest watch I can wear is a Fenix 6 47 millimeter case. I can't jump up to that 6X. It just feels so big to me. So I stay below that. And more importantly than size to me is weight. If you've got a watch, I think like some of the bigger Casios, like the GBH 1000, whatever they call it, that thing's like 110 grams. That's just too heavy for a watch. I've got like shoes that weigh that much. I'm not going to put that on my wrist. So yeah, I'm big on weight, even though people say like, oh, it's a couple of grams, but you feel it, especially when you're doing this motion while you run. That weight, you notice it flops around. It messes with the heart rate data because you're not getting a good seat. So yeah, it is what it is. Any thoughts on the Fitbit Versa 2 on the Amazon Prime deal? Yeah, it's a great deal right now. It doesn't have GPS built in, so it's kind of a non-starter in my opinion for me. But for a lot of people, it's a really capable watch. It will get you motivated to get your step count up, track your exercises, get outside and run while you have your phone. Very capable watch. And, I will say that Fitbit as a whole, their ecosystem, it's very motivating because so many people use that platform. So you can like compete with your friends and family in terms of like steps and active time. I know my wife was really into that for a while, and before she bought a Garmin, now she has a Garmin and she doesn't do step counts competitions anymore. But they're right for the right person. And I think once you hit a certain point in your journey to fitness or whatever, you might just find things that you wish you had that you see on other watches. And maybe at that point it's time to switch to something else. And maybe you never get there and you're totally happy with the Fitbit, then just keep using it. But yeah, the Versa 2 is very cheap right now, so it's worth it. Hello from Serbia. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. The Garmin 945 is the same as the 745. Yeah, we just went over this. And all I can say is buy the 945. The only reason to buy a 745 is if you really value having a smaller watch, because that's the only advantage in my eyes is to the 745. Although I will say the 745 had better GPS accuracy than my 945, but only by a little bit. So for the same money, I would buy the 945 all day. Even though like a lot of aesthetic reasons, the 745 has that thinner bezel, so it's a little bit more modern looking, but I don't care. So I'd buy the 945. I hope Garmin releases a watch that can endure hikes like the Appalachian. Which one can't? That's my question to you. I guess if you're worried about charging, you could get something like the Garmin Instinct Solar, and with enough sunlight, you can go on forever with this watch. And you can put it into expedition mode, which I think can get you up to 45 days without sunlight. And then if you add in some sunlight, you can get up to 2 months on one charge. So might be worth looking into this if you're interested in the Appalachian Trail or, another long hike. And you got to assume during the Appalachian Trail, you'd find some place to plug in occasionally, especially for your phone or whatever. So yeah, I would just worry about, I would look into Fenix 6, Instinct Solar, Coros Vertex, that gets you a really long battery life. So yeah, some of those watches. My Suunto 9 consumes about 70% more calories than my Fenix 6 on the same run. Yeah, so the calories burned thing is kind of up for debate. I find Polar to be a little high, Suunto to be a little high, Garmin to be a little bit low. Something you want to watch out for is active calories burned versus total calories. So total calories will take in your basal metabolic rate. I'll learn how to talk someday. And active calories will only tell you how much calories you burned on top of your basal metabolic rate. So it's only telling you specifically during that activity how many calories are burned, whereas other platforms tell you like total calories burned, and that can be really confusing. I know like Coros, for instance, if you look at your calories in the app, it's purely only telling you calories burned or active calories, whereas Garmin will show you total calories. So you might want to look into that. That might be the difference you're seeing there. In Serbia, the original Instinct is $300. Wow, yikes. Is that what unit of dollar are we talking here? I don't even know what you use for payment, or like what's your money called in Serbia? I'm not totally sure. For the person who asked about watches for cycling, I know the 945 and Fenix 6 work well. I used my Fenix 6S Pro and it works well. I do use a head unit as well though. Good insight. Thank you, Shani D. The Garmin Fenix 6 is kind of my next logical step ahead of the Forerunner 235. It's on sale for 508 euros, and I absolutely don't know what to do. If you think you'll love it, if you're into that style of watch, I'd say go for it. There's little to no regret that I had with my Fenix 6. I really love that watch. It treated me well, and it's a beautiful watch. So if you can afford it and you think you'll utilize the features, I'd say go for it. Use the link in the description. Okay, we're 53 minutes in. I'm going to try to skip through a little bit quicker now because we're consuming so much time, and I'm supposed to be doing my real work today. This is my lunch hour. I'm spending my lunch hour with you guys. Thanks for joining me, though. We've got 180 people watching. This is insane. I've never had this many people watch my stream. Welcome, everybody. If you're new to the stream, you just joined. I see a whole spike of people just joined. Make sure to go over to the live chat. Tell me where you're from, what kind of watch you're looking for, what you do, what's your activity, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more live streams like this. Okay, Coros Apex Pro or Coros Apex or Polar Grid X. Tough call. I would say Polar Grid X if you really like the training tools, the training load, recovery stuff, sleep tracking. I would say Coros Apex if you purely just want a GPS watch with amazing battery life. That's the big difference there. The Polar stuff just they've really designed a great ecosystem for training. It's like the one platform I can actually rely on to let me know what my body's up to, even though you should be able to feel it. If you're overtraining, it'll tell you that. If you're undertraining, it'll tell you that. Coros does have that stuff too, but I just don't find it as useful or accurate as Polar or Garmin. So that's my 2 cents on that. Hello from France. Hey, you know what we didn't look up yet? Hey from France. Thanks for joining us. You know what we didn't look up yet is we didn't look up heart rate straps. The Move Fit, $25 down from $31. Garmin HRM Run, $76. HRM Tri, $82. I don't think this is particularly a good deal. I think they went down on price. once the HRM Pro, which we see here, came out. So yeah, I mean, good deals. They're like the Tri and the Run are the same price. Why would you get the Run? Like the Tri does everything the Run does with a little bit more, and then the Pro does everything the Tri does with a little bit more. So I would say don't buy an HRM Run right now. Buy the HRM Tri or the HRM Pro. Yeah. Oh, here we go. What's this? Coo Spoo. $10 off for that guy. Can't vouch for if it's any good or not. I heard some Wahoo. Oh, I just saw one. Ooh, that's a good deal. I didn't see this one before. The Polar OH1 Plus is $63. Whoop. That is a fantastic deal. That's down from $80 just yesterday. So if you're looking for an OH1 Plus, I have one. Oh man. I can't get it fast enough. But yeah, that's an arm strap that goes up here for your heart rate. And it's just more comfortable than wearing a chest strap. You put it up on your bicep. And yeah, $65, $63. That is a fantastic deal for a really accurate Bluetooth heart rate sensor. You can actually pair this directly with your phone too and go for a run without your watch and track distance, heart rate, everything. Sync it over to Strava, use Polar Beat, goes into the Polar ecosystem. Really awesome device. Oh, shoe deals. Yeah, let's look at that. You know, particularly I'm curious about like Ultra. So the Lone Peak 4.5, 119, not a good deal. Well, you know, it's regular price. Not to say it's not a good deal. A lot of the older Ultra shoes go on sale at a really aggressive price. Like here you can see the Escalante 2, $59. I still wear those. So that's pretty fantastic deal. What else we got down here? Oh, here we go. Mizuno Women's Wave Sky WaveKnit 3 running shoes, $75. Not actually familiar with this brand. I thought they were all Ultras because of the design on the side of the shoe. Let's do a Prime Day search. Fireplace. Ultra shoes. No. Yeah. So yeah, not a lot of good deals here. Let's do trail running shoes, huh? Yeah, these are all kind of no name brand. Here's some New Balance women trail running shoes for $39. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, nothing I'm really interested in. I'm only going to talk about what I'm interested in on the stream. Chrono Films from Austria, welcome. Samsung Active 2. Oh, actually, I heard that the Active 3, the new the Galaxy Watch 3, Samsung Galaxy Watch. Yeah, it looks like that deal ended too. Bummer. Yeah, I heard the Active 3 or the Samsung Galaxy. I keep saying Active. I heard the Galaxy 3 watch was down to like $150 or $130. That's a really good deal. I really wanted to review that watch, but I didn't want to buy one at that price, so I was hoping to grab one to do a review, but looks like that deal already ended, unfortunately. Hi from India. No Prime Day deals here. Just watching because I like the channel. Awesome. Thanks for joining. Minnesota. Yeah, you probably got me beat on cold weather. Well, how cold does it get up there? I've heard really crazy cold weather up there. Austria. Welcome. Canada. Best hiking watch. Best hiking watch. I'm like just without any context. I'm going to say the Garmin Instinct Solar because I really like it for just hiking activities. But if you wanted maps, I would say Fenix 6. Best hiking watch. South Africa. I can look at Amazon deals. I know I'm gonna wait 6 months and they'll let me know I lost it in the post. Our postal service is horrendous. Bummer. Sorry to hear that. But I sent you a sticker, right, Peter? Am I pronouncing Peter? Peter? I'm sorry, I'm American. I can't pronounce names. Yeah, so I sent you a sticker, I believe. I hope it made it because I know it had to get through the post to get there. What is that in Celsius? I have no idea. I'm really bad with that. Nice channel, great reviews. Does Koros come up with deals on Thanksgiving? I don't know. I really screwed up on the Prime Day deals. I should have had like a real nice video instead of a live stream but this is fun too. For the Black Friday deals, I'm going to keep my pulse on the pricing and everything leading up to it, so I can have a really educated video out on that. Last year, I can't recall Coros having any crazy Black Friday deals, but I think they did. I think they actually introduced like a trade-in deal, which is kind of interesting, back a year ago. But we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. Okay. People don't even care what you wear. Yeah, are you talking about like confidence and wearing a big watch when we were talking about that a little while ago? Yeah, I agree. A lot of people get hung up on like the look. Like I didn't really want to wear the Suunto 7 in this colorway, and because it's such a huge watch. Let's center all these things. The Suunto 7 is such a gigantic monster of a watch, and then this color particularly I didn't really love, but it turned out people just don't care. People didn't really notice what I was wearing, and so I was fine to wear it for a couple of weeks. You know, that's the thing. Like, even when I'm making these videos in public, when I'm vlogging and stuff, it took a lot to get over the fact that people just don't care. Like, I can be making a video. Wow, that car was really loud. Do you guys hear that? I can be making a video in public, and somebody could be right next to me, and they just don't care. So, got to be confident, right? If the Forerunner is aimed at runners and athletes, who is the Vivo Active 4? I would say the Vivo Active 4 is for fitness enthusiasts. That might be yoga, bar, gym workouts, things like that, who also might run occasionally on top of that. That's where the Vivo Active plays in. And someone who falls into that category is my wife, actually, although she runs a lot more now. She's running a marathon next week. So good luck to her. Good luck to all her girls that are going out for that run. If you're watching, they're probably not watching. But yeah, so I would say the Vivo Active is for like fitness enthusiasts, where the Forerunner departs and it becomes more for a runner or a triathlete. I hope that helps. Although, you know, all of them can be running watches, but you get things with the Forerunner like the training load and fitness index or VO2 max, all that stuff kind of is baked in, where you don't get that with the Vivo Active. I'm addicted to watches. Hey, me too, man. From running watches to Swiss automatic watches. If it's a watch, I'm into it. That's interesting. You know, I never really cared about watches. I do love fitness gadgets as a whole. So I get really into the weeds with, all the wearable tech, like the sensors and the watches and the earbuds. I really like the Bluetooth earbuds. Actually, I got these Ampas. I got a review. These just showed up today. But, you know, you kind of go down a rabbit hole and then you end up with a YouTube channel eventually. I'm so bummed I missed the Fenix 5 Plus earlier. I know, I am too. I wish I bought one when I saw it. I should have. Who knows? Keep an eye out for it. We might see it come back. Maybe they ran out of stock. Come back in, because Prime Day, forgive me if I'm wrong, it's 2 days, right? I think it's today and tomorrow. The Samsung Active 2, yeah, I heard that's a good deal right now. Hello from Poland. Hello to you. Thanks for coming. Hello from Denmark. The Polar H1 is $65. Yeah, we went over that. Really good deal. Really amazing deal there. Garmin 130 is on super offer in Mexico for $100. But no reads power. It doesn't read power meters. You should make a video in the Garmin connected. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I don't do cycling particularly. So I'm mainly a runner on this channel. But yeah, if you need cycling, meters, then you got to keep an eye out for that. I just saw the Garmin Instinct is around 181 USD. So yeah, the Instinct is actually $150 USD here. And I'd say go for the Instinct if you are more of a hiker, outdoorsy kind of person than you are a runner. I would say go for the Forerunner 235 or Fenix 6 if you're more of a athlete, runner, triathlete, swimmer, all those things. Anything but just being an outdoorsy person. Polar OH1 versus Garmin Tri. So if you go back in my channel, I actually have a heart rate sensor shootout where I wear a chest strap. I wear the OH1 Plus, and I also use a wrist-based running sensor, and I compare all of them on the same treadmill workout. So if you're really interested in how accurate these sensors are, go check out that video. I think it was like 2 months ago. That's worth a watch if you're interested in understanding how they work. I bought a 245 a couple weeks ago and returned it because I thought the display was dimmer than the 25 I use now. Is the 935 display any brighter than the 245? Yeah, I think it is. So Some have mentioned that the 935 and 945 actually have the brightest backlights of the whole Garmin lineup, even compared to the Fenix 6. So I would say they have the brightest backlight. If you're talking about just like clarity, visibility through the glass, they're all kind of the same to me, unless it's Sapphire, and Sapphire is a little bit foggy in comparison. But yeah, that's my take on it. Is the SpO2 sensor important for someone new to running? No. Don't get hung up in the SpO2 metrics. The only reason you want SpO2, there's a few reasons. So if you're a climber and you're going to high altitude 8,000 meter peaks, you need a way to check your blood oxygen saturation for acclimatizing. That's a big word, and when you're saying it live, it's really hard to do. When you're acclimatizing to high elevation, you need to have a SpO2 sensor. Now, the problem there is all of these watches, they have the SpO2 sensor, but they're not terribly accurate. So I think even people in those situations would want to carry the little fingertip probe that measures SpO2, and that is way more accurate than any of these watches. So if you really need SpO2, you're going to end up with a fingertip sensor. The other benefit to SpO2 in the more realistic use of it would be for training at high altitude. So races like the Western States 100, or is that the race I'm thinking of? Or the Hard Rock, that's really high. It's up on the 14,000 foot peaks. That is when you'd actually want a watch that can measure SpO2 so you can see how your body's reacting while you're training at high altitude. And that's a more realistic function, because if you're using it for mountain climbing, for acclimatization, then that's a life or death situation. So you need something more accurate. That's my take on it. So don't get too hung up on it. It's a nice feature to have. They're not terribly accurate. So, it is what it is. The new 745 isn't bad, yeah, and I think everything currently in the Garmin lineup is better than the Forerunner 235. I agree. Oh, here's an interesting question. How did you get into YouTube? Oh, I could spend a lot of time on this one. So if you haven't checked it out, I have a website called chasethesummit.com, and that's actually, wow, that's a really loud car too. That's a written blog, so typed out. And that's what I did for about 5 years. I would go on trail runs or hikes, and I wanted to like share my adventures. So I would type out these trip reports with pictures and stuff, and it was really fun. And then after a while, brands started to notice my website, and I started getting gear to review, and I would review it from a written context, kind of like you'd see on like DC Rainmaker's website, which he still updates regularly. I don't update mine as much. But yeah, so it went from there. And then I thought it would be fun to make videos. And it started as tracking my progress during my training to a 100-mile ultra marathon a couple of years ago. And it kind of went from there. I started the channel because I'm actually a pretty introverted guy. I'm not that outgoing or like outspoken in public, even though it might seem that way on camera. So this is like a social experiment for me at first. I wanted to like get outside my comfort zone and kind of break into a new territory and see if I could just do it. And I'm trying to still do it. So it kind of worked. Let me know if it worked. But it's a lot of fun. And the other half of it is I really enjoy video. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I actually spend a good amount of money on the equipment I use to make these videos. And I really have a passion for that. And I kind of go down a rabbit hole with like, this microphone's new, my camera's new. So I really enjoy that aspect of it, creating and being creative. And yeah, so I'm going too far into the weeds on this, but yeah, I like making stuff. I had a background in photography, so I know how to work a camera, and video was kind of new to me, but it's fun. I really enjoy it. So thanks for watching. Would you recommend the Amazefit Stratos 3 for a beginner runner? I actually have a written blog post about that on my website, Chase the Summit, about the Stratos 3. I really like that watch. It's been a while. That's a really awesome watch for the money. I think it was $130 at the time. So definitely recommend it. The thing is, you're locked into their ecosystem, that Amazfit app that they have. They don't really have a good like web platform. It's not like Garmin Connect. So you're kind of locked, you're shoehorned into like what they want you to do. And then like your upgrade path from there is kind of limited because you're in that ecosystem. So if you want to buy a Garmin down the road, all of your historical data is going to be stuck there. But, you know, it still integrates with Strava. Oop, microphone. It integrates with Strava where you can just dump all your data and you'll have it there anyways forever. Hopefully forever, as long as Strava stays up and running. But yeah, it's a great watch for the money. Really hard to beat. Great battery life. Cool design. The heart rate sensor wasn't terribly accurate for me, but it's usable, passable. George Bissell. What do you wear every day? I wear the Forerunner 945 currently every day. It's my go-to watch. I really enjoy it. I was wearing the Phoenix 6 Sapphire for over a year, from launch day to up until about a month ago. And the reason I switched was just because I put on the 945 to make a video called 945 versus Phoenix 6. I was comparing them after all the new firmware updates because they became very similar. And I realized how much I really valued the lightweight of the 945. There's something really nice about that. That and the fact that it's a less valuable, it's still an expensive watch, but I worry less about, like, you know, banging it on a desk or a wall or whatever. It's you know, if it got scratched, I'd be less upset about it than my Phoenix 6. So I've been wearing the 945 a lot more. Any Karen Noakes, any deals on the new Fitbits? I haven't seen any except for the Versa 2, which I still have up on my screen. You can see here. Versa 2 is currently $128 or $127.95. Just so everyone knows, this is all USD. Is that rain? Wow, it's pouring out down here. Yeah, so that's the only good deal on a Fitbit that I can find right now. Big fan. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Should I keep the Phoenix 6 or go to the 745? There's really no reason you'd want to go to the 745 unless you really wanted a smaller watch. That's the only reason I could think to go to a 745, because all of the new features in the 745 should theoretically come to the Phoenix 6. They typically do that. It just takes a little bit of time for them to develop it. You'll probably see a beta update soon for the Phoenix 6 with all the new stuff. So, hey, are you going to ever do a watch tier list? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Is that like price tiers? Like the best in different tiers? That's a good idea. I should do that. Any good brands for off-market replacement? Garmin. Yeah, so we covered this off already. I would look into, again, I'll link all this stuff in the description when we're over. I'm going to leave this video up as a public post for the next couple of days while it's still relevant. Might take it down after that. I don't know. So this one in particular is actually an Ancool watch band, and these are typically $14, $13.99. I've been wearing this one for a long time, and it still looks brand new. And I have a couple of these. I actually have this in, I've got it in this like blue slate color, and I've also got it in this awesome neon color, which I really love. I wear the blue slate color for like work, and then I wear this if I'm like running and stuff because it's, you know, super visible. I like to say it has a reason, a function, but it's only because I think it looks cool. But yeah, those are really cheap. And I saw another brand. It wasn't Ancool, but another brand had the very similar looking bands for about $11 right now. But you can't beat that. Might as well be free, right? Peter O, any running vest deals? Solomon skin set or 8? Let's look at that. That's a good point. I should have looked that up already. Hydration vest. Oh man, it's raining so loud. Is that in the, can you guys hear that in the microphone? So loud. Yeah, these are all no name. Let me hone down a little bit. Solomon vests. Advanced Skin 12 set 165. Whoa, that is not on sale. The 5 set is 144, not on sale. Yeah, I don't see anything terribly attractive. You know, the thing is, Solomon like never goes on sale. They love those high price points. Little tidbit of information I've got. Let me grab it. You guys still hear me? Still hear me? So I bought this vest on Amazon. This is the, it's hard to show off in the bag. I'm not going to unbox it yet because I'm going to save that for the video. So I bought this vest. Oh, I'm still on the share screen, full screen. So I bought this vest only to review it as being the cheapest hydration vest on Amazon. This was $18, and it's a company called Utobest, Utobest. And it looks to be a straight up knockoff of a Salomon vest. So Salomon vests are $170. Uto vest is $18. So I'm gonna make a video called the cheapest hydration vest on Amazon, and that's coming soon. Hopefully in the next 48 hours, you'll see that drop. But yeah, I don't see any good deals on Salomon vests. You know what? We should look up Ultimate Direction, see if they. Can't type right now. Ultimate Direction. What do we got? Well, these are all here. Let's click the Ultimate Direction link. Vests. I don't see any prime flags on any of this stuff, unfortunately. Although, like, the Mountain Vest 4.0 down here is, this shows as $96. That's typically $116, so there's a little discount there. You can see the honey graph up in the corner. That's actually not a bad deal. All right, let's go back to the chat. Vivo Active 4 touchscreen, good and responsive. It's okay. It's not like an Apple Watch, and that goes for all touchscreen Garmins. They're good. They're just not like at the same level as something like an Apple Watch or a Wear OS device. They're good though. Nothing wrong with them. Why did you skip some comments? Sorry, Austin. I'm trying my best. I'm an hour and 20 minutes into this, so I'm just trying to get to comments with actual question marks in them or good suggestions. Not to say they're all bad suggestions. I'm just skimming through here. I will try to get to everybody though. Oh, thanks, Peter. It's his lunch hour. I think he's pressed for time. Yeah, I didn't plan on going on for so long, but we've got 180 people watching, so I'm just going to keep going for now, unless you guys think this is getting boring. If you have another topic you want to talk about in this stream, feel free to drop it in the chat, and that would be great. We can keep on trucking. Oh, you know what else I wanted to look up is I want to look up Bluetooth earbuds. So that's kind of a thing I do. Let me get my box. Move my watches over. Oh, geez, I hit a button. Can you still hear and see me? I pushed a button. Honestly, I like to equate going live with like launching a space shuttle because of how complicated it gets. So here's my box of Bluetooth earbuds. I've got this literal cardboard box that I just fill up with all these different brands that have come in over time. They're all really good, but I've got some standouts that I really like. And so I want to look at and see if there's any good deals on earbuds. So the one I like the most right now is actually the Jaybird Vistas, and I'm curious to see if they're on sale. Jaybird Vistas. Jabras. Ooh, Powerbeats Pro. Wow, that's a really good deal. $200 for Powerbeats Pro. Those are typically $250. I've actually never seen them get that low because they're actually Apple affiliated. So in order for Powerbeats to go on sale, Apple needs to go on sale, and Apple never goes on sale. So yeah, that's a really good deal. If you're looking for a good over-ear Bluetooth earbud that like pairs seamlessly to an iPhone, the Powerbeats Pro is an amazing deal right now. Jabra Elite 75T, no sale there. And here's the Jaybird Vistas. Nope, no sale. It looks like there's some for $159, but they're probably used. And who wants used earbuds? Not this guy. I don't. Yeah, what about, let's look at some other favorites I have. So the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro is another favorite of mine. Soundcore Liberty 2. $149. Ooh, save $30. So that is on sale. So you can get these guys for $119. Yeah, $119 with the $30 coupon. That's a good deal. These are really good sounding earbuds, like maybe the best sounding earbuds that I have in the studio. They aren't the best for running because they're a little bit heavy. They kind of hang outside your ear and they can kind of wobble around while you're running. But that's a really solid deal for an amazing sounded pair of earbuds. Okay. Do you think Garmin will come up with something, the Garmin Forerunner? Wait, let me read that again. Do you think Garmin will come up with Garmin Forerunner, monochrome screen, solar, great battery like the Instinct solar? That's my theory. You know, if you look at the 945, this thing has a massive bezel. Like, let's go to a screen where you can see it. Yeah, so you can see that all that black. That's a huge bezel, right? And it's kind of an eyesore. But imagine if they turned that bezel into a solar panel, right? How cool would that be? So you get like 100% photovoltaic cell around the circumference of the watch, and then you'd have the power glass in the middle to get up the remainder. That would be pretty cool. So if they can't shrink the bezels, which I think I'd prefer instead of solar, but if they can't, I would prefer 945 solar with that, you know, the whole ring being solar, because that's a lot of bezel. And if, you know, like we saw with the Instinct, the more bezel you have in the solar version, the better efficiency you get out of the solar panel. So that would be interesting. Although if the 945 is $600 or the 955, I got to wonder, are they going to get into the $700 price range with a Forerunner? That seems a little high, because then you're in Phoenix territory, right? And do you want to spend $700 on a plastic watch? I don't know. Picked up an HRM Pro. Great work so far. Works great so far. Yeah, it's awesome. That's an awesome chest strap. I really enjoyed my time with it. Super accurate. I like that it collects running power, although it's not super accurate compared to my other devices, but still really good. I'm planning to transition myself from running to triathlon. Is the Pace 2 suited for triathlon? I'm willing to spend up to $300. It can do triathlon. I don't think it has a multi-sport function though. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have one on the table, but you might have an issue with multi-sport. I think it only does running and swimming. So you'd have to do separate activities for each part of your tri. So you might want to look at the Apex, a step up from there. The Apex will have that multi-sport feature. Is it possible to combine the OH1 with the Garmin watch? Yes, it is. You can pair it as a Bluetooth sensor and it'll work seamlessly. I do it all the time. Apple's Series 6 or the Vivo Active 4. Love from India. Hey, thanks for joining. So for me, I would say go with the Vivo Active 4 if you don't want to charge every day. The Garmin Series 6 is awesome. It has much better GPS accuracy and heart rate data from what I've seen. I haven't tested it myself, but you know, DC Rainmaker did a really good review on that, and he seems to see really good data there. And the only limiting factor to me is the battery life stinks. Like I just can't get around that. I really enjoyed my time with this Apple Watch, the SE that I reviewed a little while ago. I really love this watch. It's a great everyday wear, but like if you go for a 2-hour run with it one day, you're going to have to charge it that day because it will just suck the juice out of it, and the standby time is not that great. So if you don't mind charging every day, the Apple Watch Series 6, if you really want a fitness watch first and a smartwatch second, go with the Vivo Active 4. Strava username, yeah, you can look me up. It's my first name and my first and last name, Dave Dillon. You can look me up and follow me on Strava. Something to note, I don't put all of my runs on Strava. Put most of them up there, but because I'm between so many platforms and sometimes I'm running with multiple devices, I just don't bother to put it on Strava because I end up uploading like 5 tracks of the same run by accident. So not all of them go up there. Stuff from my Garmin's typically go up there. But you can follow me there. Any races I do, which are all canceled this year, would be up there as well. It's very nice out for me. You're lucky because it's downpouring and like thundering out here. It's a really gray day. Security cams. I'm not going to look into security cams because it's not really my niche of my channel, but I'm sure you'll be able to find some. I actually have some around my house, just because a couple of kids egged my house a few years ago. So I went out and bought cameras to try to scare them away. It didn't scare them away. Not only for the price-based tiers, but this is a recommendation. Search tier list videos. Many streamers do tier list videos in the areas of interest. Oh, that's interesting. Honestly, I didn't even know like streaming other than gaming was a thing. So I'm having a ton of fun with this though, and I love interacting with you guys. So thanks for joining with me. I would definitely I'll look into that and see how they do it, and maybe I'll come out with a future stream. AirPods Pro, are they worth it? Let's check the price on those, shall we? See if they went on sale today. Yeah, they're down $50. That's actually a really good deal. So $200 for the AirPods Pro. They're not marked as a Prime Day deal, but clearly you can see on the right here, they were $219. That was their best price before, and now they're down to $200. So if you're interested in picking these up, I'd go for them. I'd say if you're gonna get an Apple set of earbuds, these are probably your best bet. I don't actually have firsthand experience with them. I've never tried them, but a lot of people say they sound really great. I tend to go with third-party brands because like it doesn't matter as much. Like any Bluetooth earbud works with an iPhone. You don't have to buy an Apple earpod for your earbuds. And I don't love the stem design, like the thing hanging out of your ear. So it just feels weird to me. I don't love the look of it. I'd rather have black, low-profile earbuds. So for that, I lean towards the Jaybird Vistas, like I said before. Those are currently my favorites. Jaybird Vistas and also these Soundcore Liberty, Liberty Air 2s. These are tiny and they're super overhead camera, those. Yeah, these are tiny and super low profile, very comfortable, great seal. Let's keep going, shall we? We're an hour and a half into a stream about Amazon. Holy smokes. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Get 190 people watching right now. If you're new to the stream, if you just joined in the stream, make sure you let me know where you're from and let me know what you're looking for on Prime Day. Let's see. What about over-the-ear Bluetooth headphones? Yeah, so the Powerbeats Pro, $200. It's a great deal right now. What are they? The Soundcore X2s, I think. Yeah, let me Google them. Soundcore X2. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, these guys. Spirit X2s. It looks like they're sold out. Maybe they had a deal already and we missed it. Yeah, so the ones I just showed, actually, the Soundcore .2, Spirit .2s are for sale. 20% off right now. That's a great deal. So it's that $16 off of 80. I'm not going to do the math right now and make myself look like a fool. But yeah, it's a great deal. I really like those. They sound great. GoPro Hero 9 deals. That's a good one. Good idea. Let's look that up. GoPro. So I doubt we'll see it on the Hero 9, only because it's so new. Yeah, so $449 on Amazon. You can get it from GoPro directly with the subscription for $349, so it's $100 cheaper. But $449 on Amazon, that is certainly no deal. Definitely not a Prime Day deal. But if you look up here, you see the Hero 7 white model for $170. That's actually a really good deal. If you're just looking for like something to handhold, that's a great deal. And then even better, you have the Hero 7 Black for $219, which I don't think that's a Prime Day deal, but at $219, that's a really awesome camera. You get the hyper smooth stabilization. Not as amazing as the Hero 8 or 9. The 9 is like mind blowing. I reviewed that a couple of weeks ago. Click back on my channel if you're interested. I've been really enjoying the Hero 9. And I know a lot of my YouTube friends have picked up one as well, and they're also enjoying it. So yeah, nothing great on the GoPro front. It seems like you can get a Hero 8 for $299, but again, $50 more gets you the 9. So I would probably just lean towards that. Okay. What do you think about the Fenix 6S no one talks about? I'm a guy wearing it. Yeah, it's a great device. It's got everything the 6 has, but it's smaller. My problem with the S, like the 5S, the 5S Plus, the 6S, you give up... Whoa, calm down, Dave. That microphone's still there. You give up all that battery life for marginal gain in size. So I'm not big on the S models, but I totally see why someone would buy one if you're not somebody who uses it for long distance or long duration events. Like if you're a marathon runner and you're never going to run one event or triathlon or whatever longer than 4 or 5 hours, really good buy. But yeah, for me, it just was a limitation in the battery life. I would love the smaller footprint. I really like the smaller watches, so I would like that. Is the Vivo Active 4S a good deal? And yeah, I think it is for the right person. I haven't tested the Pace 2 for triathlon, Matt Legrand. Yeah, so you'd be the guy to test that. Get to it and then let us know. Besides build material, is there any real difference between the Forerunner 945 and Fenix 6 Pro these days on features? I have a 20-minute video, might be 20 minutes, specifically about this question from like a month ago. The Forerunner 945 recently got a firmware update that's called the firmware 5.0 or 5.1 that brought a lot of Fenix 6 features over to the Forerunner. And so it became less of a difference. I would say you go watch that video, and I really go into detail on what's added in the Forerunner 945. Long story short, whoa, that was super loud. Hope everyone didn't hear that. Did you guys hear that? That was like a computer sound. I forgot to mute. Sorry about that. So the 945 did get a lot of features that the Fenix 6 has, but the Fenix 6 still has features the 945 doesn't have, specifically the power modes where you can customize your power settings. In some of the other stuff like skydiving activity and things like that, which I don't know how many people use, but if you are a skydiver, you probably care about. Pack NW Runner, any update on your Nordic Track saga? I still have 2. I'm a little confused as to what's going on. No update. The new one works, but it still has issues. I still stand by with what I said in that video. So, it is what it is. Yo, Dave, would you say the Chorus Pace 2 or the Chorus Pace or Pace 2 is better than the Instinct 935 or 945? It depends what you're doing. If you're only a runner and you're not a triathlete, you're not a hiker, all you do is run on the road. The Pace 2 is a really amazing watch for that specific use case. For anything else, I think there's more powerful options, including the Instinct 935 and 945. Specifically, if we're talking about price here, the 935 is $30 more right now than the Chorus Pace 2. And the only advantage the Pace 2 has over the 935 is battery. It'll go for 30 hours of GPS on time. The 935 on a good day, you'll get 20 hours-ish. So the Pace 2 has its strong points, but the 935, 945 definitely have more strong points if you're only interested in features. Hope that helps. Hello from Poland. Hello. Thanks for joining me. Just going to take a quick sip of water. We're going to stream for another couple of minutes. I'm going to wrap it up unless a whole bunch of more viewers or questions come in. I have a whole bunch of things I'm supposed to accomplish today, and I'm doing this. Does the Chorus line ever go on sale? I think they do. I think they do it typically directly through their website. I haven't seen a lot of great deals on Amazon in regards to the Chorus stuff. What's interesting? I've been seeing they're starting to distribute a bit more, like REI, a local outdoor store. They're getting Chorus stuff now, so it's good to see that they're spreading out a little bit. Dad to the Bone, awesome name. Maryland, running vest for ultra training. Yeah, so my favorite running vest for ultras is the Salomon Advanced Skin 12 set. We just saw that. It's $170 right now, so it's not a great deal, but it's an awesome vest. I had my issues with like parts of it breaking. That said, I still wear it. It's very comfortable. My wife also wears Salomon vest. She really likes it. They're just very like stretchy. They breathe with you instead of like, I used to wear Ultimate Direction vests, and those straps on the Ultimate Direction vests are very rigid. They don't like stretch out. They don't have much give. So I like the ones that stretch. Listening from Spain, any good accessory for cycling? Sorry, again, I'm not much of a cyclist. I would check out Matt Legrand's channel. He's in the chat right now, or, of course, DC Rainmaker, Desfit. Those guys are all triathletes. So go check out their channels. I'm primarily a runner. I also hike. I also go into the mountains. So I get off the beaten path more, I think, than some other folks. But, I don't swim, and I don't bike. I used to be a pretty hardcore mountain biker, but I kind of laid off that after a while because I just don't have much time anymore. 3 kids, man. Okay, Daniel Gherkin, cheers from Miami, Florida. I bet your weather's nicer than it is here right now. Cheers. Liverpool, awesome. Boulder, Colorado, awesome. Chris Benson, I would love to visit your trails out there. Is it worth paying extra to get the Forerunner 945 over the 745? Spoiler alert, they're actually the same price today. So go buy a 945, don't buy a 745. Dave, I'm not going to pronounce the last name there. David. Hey Dave, just switched from iOS to Android. I'm looking for a fitness watch to replace my Apple Watch. Any suggestions? I've been looking for at the Samsung Watch 3. Doesn't look accurate. Polar and Garmin. Okay, so if you loved your Apple Watch, I would say the closest replacement, sorry, I'm digging through my watches here. If you absolutely love your Apple Watch, go check out this thing. This is the, oops, see if I can unlock it. Yeah, here we go. So this is the Ticwatch Pro 3, and this retails for $299 right now. And what's interesting about this is it's very similar to a Apple Watch in that you can go on the Google App Store and download apps. Like you'll see at the bottom here, I have like Runtastic and Strava and Spotify, and it just works really well. It's got the Google Play Store, the Nike Run Club app, and a bunch of built-in stuff. But yeah, this is really cool. $200 or $300 and pretty solid battery life. Actually better than the Apple Watch. So you'll get, what was it? A little under 3 days, 2.5 days. Your other option, if you want a smartwatch type of thing, is the Suunto 7. And again, this one's on sale for $433 today for Prime Day. This one is more like active fitness kind of thing, right? You know, other than the Ticwatch, it's a little bit bigger. They've got similar battery life, and they're both Google Wear OS watches. So on both of these, you can get to the App Store. I still think the Ticwatch Pro is a little bit better of a value. I've got a whole review about both these watches if you want to step back. And I'd say those are the closest alternatives to an Apple Watch you can get right now from the Android ecosystem. If you want to look into like a dedicated fitness watch, you could look at the Garmin Venue Sq, which is like a square shape like the Apple Watch. So I mean, you might feel more at home like that, but it's not as smart as an Apple Watch. Here's a funny question. What happened to your Rode mic? Well, it's actually, it's right here. It's actually my overhead. It's my boom mic for when I do like, when I do stand up, like when I stand back here and do my A-roll. This is actually a new podcast style mic, and I'm hoping it gives me a little bit more direct sounding audio for these live streams and for like podcast type things. Let me know which sound you actually prefer. Do you prefer the Rode or do you prefer the podcast mic? Let me know. Thank you. Really enjoy your channel. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Fenix 6S Pro is $480. Does it sound like a good deal? I want to say yes, but I'd hate to tell you that there was a much better deal earlier today. It was $350 USD. I don't know what that breaks into in euros, but it was a really, really good deal. What is your favorite smartwatch for under $250? Does it have to be $250? At $279, I would go with the Apple Watch as being my favorite smartwatch, not fitness watch, just smartwatch. So everyday wear, text messages, emails, all that stuff. The Apple Watch is so good at all that stuff. For just a fitness watch under $250, I would say a Chorus Pace 2. As long as the GPS data gets better on my replacement model, apparently mine was defective, then I would say the Chorus Pace 2, because that's $200 and it does so much for that price point. Excuse me. Hello from the UK. Can you do a video talking about the Maftone training? I haven't found a good one yet. Yeah, so I've been reading into that a lot. Actually got a couple of, I don't know if you emailed me. Somebody emailed me through my website asking for my opinion on math training. And yeah, so I'll do something on that. Right now, I'm kind of not training too hard because I'm injured. So the training I am doing is specific to like testing out watches or whatever. But once I get back up to speed, I will I will definitely do a video about it. For long distance multi-day trips, the Instinct Solar versus Chorus Apex or Apex Pro. I would say the Instinct Solar is probably a better bet for long distance multi-day treks because you got, first of all, crazy GPS battery to start with. Plus you have the solar benefit. Plus you can drop into expedition mode or ultra track mode and just go for a very long time. So if you care about tracking GPS for a very long time, the Instinct Solar or, the Apex Pro, if you're not going to get a lot of sunlight, the Apex Pro will go for 40 hours easy. What are the main differences between the Fenix 6 Pro and the Fenix 6X Pro? That is really just battery life at that point and size. So you'll get a bigger display on the 6X. You'll get a bigger display on the Fenix 6X and you'll get more battery life. The 6X will go up to, I think, 60 hours in GPS mode. The 6 goes up to 36 hours in GPS mode. When to expect the Fenix 7? No idea. I would guess mid-2021 if I had to guess. Hi, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. Any recommendations on parkour calisthenics who is going to be running as well? I'm stuck between the Fenix 5 and its various models and the Instinct Solar. That's a very interesting use case, parkour. I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, I don't know what would suit you best. The only thing I could think of is the Fenix 5 is a very clunky, it's a big watch. So if you're doing like really agile things or you're sliding down or over railings and stuff, I would hate to see you get your watch snagged on something. So you might want to be careful about that. But for like heart rate tracking, maybe a Polar watch might be a good deal because they do really well in heart rate tracking. So that might be good. It's also great for like recovery. How to replace the Fenix 6 batteries? You can't, unfortunately. I have heard that that Garmin's customer service center will replace them for $50, but typically what they do is when you call with that issue, they will offer you a discount on a replacement device with like a 20 or 30% off discount, just so they don't have to deal with repairing your watch. So they'll probably offer you a Fenix 6 replacement for 30% off or something. Any good sales for handheld water bottles? Let's look at it real quick. Oh man, we are streaming forever today. Handheld water bottle. Yeah. So these are no-name brands, but it's a bottle. So, I don't see any issues with that. These are $14 from 19, $10 off. My choice for water bottles is Nathan. Handheld bottles. So yeah, I don't see any really good deals for Nathan bottles, unfortunately. It wasn't me who emailed you. Okay. Oh, there's a good deal on a DJI cam. Oh, is it the Osmo Action? I had one of those for a while. Oh, wow. $200. Wow. That's a killer deal. $200 gets you the DJI Osmo Action. This launched at $300 and then they dropped it to $279 and now it's down to $199. It was $234. So probably the best alternative to the Hero 9 would be this camera, and this is only $200. Really good deal. Thanks for pointing that out, Diego. I appreciate it. Is the Apple Watch SE good for somebody who does running, cycling, and swimming for casual wear? You said it was good when you answered my other question. So what are your thoughts on it? Yeah. So like I said before, it's limited. Like when you run with it, you don't get all of the data you get with a Garmin or a Chorus watch. You get just like distance, your heart rate, elevation. You get like 3 fields. You don't get a whole bunch of information. I have found there is an app called Work Outdoors that I installed on it. A bunch of people recommended to me. That's $6 for the app, and it makes it a much more capable device. So if you do go that route, pick up the Run Outdoors app. It's really awesome. Okay, we're almost at the end. We're almost at the end of the list. So if you're just joining, we're going to go for 2 more minutes. We're going to go till it's 1 hour and 46 minutes. Holy smokes, that's a long time to be streaming. And then we're going to wrap it up. So It looks like there's 165 people watching right now. You're all pretty quiet. If you've got anything to ask, say, comment. You've got recommendations for sales and Amazon, or you've got videos you want to see on this channel, ping me in the chat. We'll talk about it, and then we'll go from there. Daniel Gherkin, thank you for the fun live stream. Keep rocking the channel. Thanks, Daniel. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to pour as much effort into this channel as I can. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers right now. So if you're watching, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe, because I will be shocked. When I got into this, I thought I would hit 1,000 someday. Then 1,000 came, and now we're closing in on 20,000. It's so crazy. Okay, sapphire glass on the Instinct would be great. It would probably affect the solar aspect. Yeah, so that's why typically Garmin doesn't do sapphire and solar at the same time. But they do, if you look at the Tactics Delta, it's like a $1,100 watch. It's basically a Fenix 6X with solar with sapphire. That's like the one watch they're doing it on. Well, I'd be interested to see like maybe the Fenix 7, it's rolled out on more. Who knows? Taras Gamanov, I hope I said that right. Garmin Fenix 5 Plus versus Forerunner 945. I think I covered this in the Fenix 6 versus 945 video. The 5X Plus is, you get worse battery life, or similar in GPS on, but worse standby time, less features, bigger watch. But, if you really like the Fenix design, it might be worth it to you. Peter, thanks for the stream, Dave. Super cool. Have a good day. My day is done. Wow, that's the end of your day. Wow. Thanks for joining, Peter. You've been to a lot of the streams and a lot of comments coming from you. So I really appreciate you watching the videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Austin S., can you still get a Samsung watch if you have an Apple iPhone? I believe you can, yes. So you can install the Google Wear OS app on your iPhone, which I did with the Suunto 7 and Ticwatch Pro that I have on the table here. And it works great. It works like native. The weird thing is that Apple still hasn't allowed you to use an Android device on an Apple Watch, which I've been waiting for. I'm actually an Android user who had to switch to iPhone to be able to review the Apple Watch. So, I would like to see Apple. It seems like it would only help them, right? Like if you open up your platform to be welcome to both Android and Apple, maybe it's a little limited. Like they don't give you all the functionality, but most of it's there. It's weird. It's weird that they don't do that. Matt LeGrand, thanks for the video. Your channel is amazing. Thanks, Matt, for watching this long. I really appreciate it. I didn't think I'd go this long. Best channel, thanks for reading my comments. Thank you, Austin. It means a lot to me. I need the most accurate heart rate watch in no more than $400. Okay, Ty John. If you need the best heart rate for no more than $400, check out the Polar Grit X. It's $429 or $424.99. So you might have to go up a little bit, but the wrist-based sensor on the Polar stuff is really good. There are like little spikes occasionally that you'll see in my videos, but I'd say out of the bunch, it's probably as close as you can get to being on the level of like a chest strap. I received my Garmin Phoenix 6 Sapphire 3 hours ago, just updating it. Awesome. All right, with that, it looks like we've hit the end of the live chat. I never thought we'd get there, but we did it. And I'm almost 2 hours into the live stream about Amazon deals. So I'm going to wrap this up now. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and looking for great deals and talking about gear and doing all the things I love doing. Just so you know, I've got a bunch of these stickers left. Actually ordered more. Chase the Summit, Run, Hike, Climb, Explore. I've got my URL on there. It's very tiny though. I try not to brand it too heavily. And these watches, yeah. These stickers are only $3, free shipping within the US, and they help support my channel. So if you like this content, go pick one up and I'll mail some out to you. The only other way you can help is hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, do all the things down below, comment, share. I don't know. What else are you supposed to do? I think that's all I've got for today. I really appreciate all 173 of you for joining me. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll see you next time.